This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham, and I have got Marita Sinclair with me and Holden Anderson from SFDCI. Thanks for taking some time out of class today to come over and talk to us. Now, what class are you in together that you're doing a play?
So it's called Music Theater.
Music theater?
And it's an after-school course we're doing.
Okay, because it just came to fruition with me too. You're in grade 12, you're in grade 9,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
it's an after-school program.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, and you're doing a play, and it's called The Tales of the Arcade. So how did it come to be? How did they choose this play?
Well, for the past several years, there was a big hiatus recently with they're doing shows, but for the past while, my mom actually has wrote shows sort of themed around specific decades. Like there was a 60s show and an 80s show and a 40s show and etc. And so when we came back to do our first show in 7 years,
Wow.
this year, we're doing a 70s show now that my mom also wrote.
Really?
And-
So she
yeah.
wrote this play?
Yeah, and so she and the other people in charge chose the songs that they wanted to do, and they sort of wrote a show around those songs.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to this because I was raised in the 70s too. I was just a teenager as well, going through high school. So let's talk about it too. There's 4 groups: the geeks, the freaks, the critiques, and the cliques. And what are you, Marita?
I'm a clique.
You're a clique. And
Yes.
you are?
Critique.
Critique. Okay. And you say there's going to be music in this too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Now, Marita, you and I know each other from
Yes.
the former play that you and my grandson were in. So you're quite involved with the theater as well
Yes.
too. So have you done plays with the SFDCI before?
No, I've done plays that classes have wrote. So last year was Murder at the Manny, but it was very just much in the high school. So this is the first one that will be at the Station Theater through all 4 years of high school that I've been at SFDCI.
Okay, and you've got a wonderful theater over at the high school.
Yes.
Yeah, to say you have a theater in this. It looks like it's the stage and you've got an audience and everything too.
Yes, except it's a little bit small, so
Yes.
that's why
Yeah.
we've moved to the Station Theater for this one.
And you've got 3 presentations?
Yes, we have one on Friday, May 10th at 7 p.m., and then another one on Saturday at 7 p.m., and then as well a matinee on Saturday.
So you got 3 shows altogether.
Yes.
Excellent.
Plus, I think we have one during class on Friday for any high school kids who wanted miss class to come and watch it.
You got some takers there, right?
Yeah, and we have a Thursday show for the elementary schools.
Okay, so let's talk about practices. What's practice look like right now?
Right now we're doing it every Monday at the school, but we have started on Saturdays occasionally to go to the Station Theater to practice. And in the main theater, we have the actors working on songs and dances and running scenes. So right now we're running full acts. And then we have the stagecraft, because we have so many people helping with stagecraft and makeup and costumes, and they work in the room just attached to the theater, and they're painting sets and being so helpful.
So is that all the students too, doing all that part?
Yes.
The makeup,
Yes.
sets, and lighting
Yes.
and everything like that?
Yep,
That's all part of this club.
the lighting's just started to be run.
Excellent, excellent.
I think everything other than the direction, the music direction, the choreo, and the set design is done by students. So that
Excellent.
the set building and painting, and the acting and the tech stuff. It's all students.
So how many students are there?
There are 20 something in the show itself.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
And then I don't even know how many stagecraft people there are. Probably 30, yeah.
30
Probably.
in total,
Wow.
maybe
30
10
total.
to
Okay.
Yeah.
And backstage and lighting and all that
Yes.
sort of stuff and
Yeah.
everything too. So practices are going well?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you talk a little bit about what the storyline is?
Without spoiling too much.
Without
yeah.
spoiling it, yes?
So it's about a bunch of high school kids, the 4 groups, who their favorite arcade that they go to every day, run by this strict Italian father, is closing because of a landlord wanting to turn it into a mall. So for completely different reasons, all 4 groups decide to spend the last night where it's going to be open overnight in the arcade.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and the owner of the arcade has 4 kids, and each of his kids is in one of the groups.
Oh,
Critique, Clique, Freak, and Geek group.
Oh, excellent. I
Yes.
love that idea. I love that idea where everybody comes together for one last thing. So when we talk about 70s music, are you guys singing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah.
We both have solo songs and stuff that we sing.
Excellent, excellent. And you like singing as well too? Is that,
Yeah.
yeah, this isn't new for you then to get up in front of people and sing?
No, I think the vast majority of theater that I've done has been musical.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm pretty used to it.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about your past. What have you been in?
Well, essentially, from when I was like about 8, I started doing shows with the Mississippi Muds in Carlton Place. I think my first show was Anne of Green Gables, the musical. And from there, I just sort of started doing, like, essentially every station theater summer musical for the past 4 years, I think. And every Muds, like, at least one Muds musical per year every 6 years.
Excellent, excellent. What about you, Mattia?
I've mostly done at the Station Theater, and I've done almost all of the summer plays, again, for the past 4 years. And I've done the winter plays. Sometimes it's a panto, and sometimes it was the Snow Queen, like last year. And I've done a few just in the general season, some adult plays as well.
I really enjoyed the Snow Queen. My grandson is in
Yes.
it, and he's only 10 years old. And I got a taste of what it was like being backstage, you know, and what a great group of people. You guys really come together when you're doing a play together, too. It's just the chemistry, and you're all out there to help each other.
And I find theater's a real community. That's
Yes.
the thing I've loved about it, is everyone's so welcoming and kind, and you really make friends quickly.
Absolutely. Yeah, we like the word community here on FYI, so thanks for saying that. So once again, what are the dates for your play?
Friday, May 10th, 7 p.m. Saturday, May 11th, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m.
How do people get tickets?
So if you have someone in the school, like who goes to the school, you can send them in with money to buy tickets from the front office.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can call in to reserve a spot, but you have to pay. You have to find the time to pay.
Right.
And otherwise, I think you have to wait if you're like
Get them at the door?
get them at the door if you don't call ahead or have a kid
Going
in.
to the high school. Okay, so the tickets are only $15 too, and seniors, students and seniors are $10. So
Yeah.
quite reasonable to get out and have some entertainment for the day
Yes,
too,
exactly.
and see all you guys. So it's set in the 1970s. I'm looking forward to that, and the music was wonderful back then. So
Yes.
yeah, and I love the concept where the 4 groups that usually don't get along are going to get along for one last time.
Yes.
And it's called The Tales from the Arcade, and your mom wrote it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, so it's Friday, May 10th and Saturday, May 11th, and for tickets, they can get them at SFDCI. Call SFDCI at 283-0288 or wait and get them at the door.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us today. I've got Mattia Sinclair from grade 12
Yes.
and Holden Anderson, grade 9 at SFDCI, here to talk about the Tales from the Arcade. Thanks for joining us today. We look forward to this. Break a leg.